Hey everybody, welcome back to Omega Zone Gaming, and my god was this one a bitch to get to you guys. I swear, Share Factory is so freaking bipolar. So, Ys VIII, Falcom and NIS have surprised me beyond belief. I thought this game was going to be a disaster, I really did. For good reason, too. Because there has been a lot of bad RPGs coming out of NIS lately. You know, for a company that's known for great RPGs, not maybe the most technical RPGs, but still great, there was some real bad stuff coming out of that company. So this game is amazing, though. So, the gameplay is great. Everything is just great about it. Let's talk story. So, the story is that you are Otto, and you are on a ship working as a crew member to secure passage. The ship gets attacked, and you wipe up on the Isle of Sirens. It is your job to find survivors, build shelter, and survive, basically. Okay, so, the story so far has had crucial characters that you meet, good attitude, good voice acting. Hummel, even though I don't keep him in my party a lot because Lexia is a good healer, Hummel is one of my favorite characters. He's such a prick to you at first. He's like Riku Kingdom Hearts 1 level of prick. So, as we can see, all the combat is action-oriented in this game. And that does tie into the story too, because you have to find parts to build your stuff up. I don't think that would have worked with a turn-based system. Overall, though, this game story for me is a 5 out of 5. It is a great story, really outdone, and one of my favorite RPG stories to date. Okay, so on to gameplay. The gameplay is action-based. You have your normal attacks, you have switching, you have lock on target, you have jumping and dodging. And then you have special attacks. How you do a special attack is you hold down the R1 button and any of the corresponding buttons on the controller face. So, either square, triangle, circle, you know, or X, the regular stuff. That is what lets you do your special attacks. There are also ultra attacks, I guess you would call them. Which, let's see, I think that was R1 and L1. Yep, R1 and L1. So you have these ultra attacks, which, you know, that's pretty much a waste on this enemy. But as you can see, those are awesome looking attacks. So the combat for me is definitely a 5 out of 5. Everything they do right in this combat system is spot on. So, onto the menus. The menus are clean. You have your item menu, and everything is right down in order. They split it up between adventure gear, use items, adventure gear, which allow you to climb or see in the dark, stuff like that. You have your list items, stuff you find in the wild, basically, or costumes, and your DLC items. Now, downloading this does give you one outfit, but you can actually download more for free right now. There are some paid items as well, and they're not too horribly out there, and you all know how I feel about DLC. I don't really like it, but this is not intrusive. It's not necessary for completion of the game. If you want a little bit of a boost, you know, to start with, then yeah, it could be considered a little intrusive there, but it's not. So then you have skills. You learn multiple skills, and you can change those to link up to any of the corresponding face buttons. And all the characters can learn skills. You have party, which you can then choose who you have in your party, of course. So let's switch Hummel in, and we'll see him appear on the screen. You have equipment, which is broken up into your regular equipment here, as you see, and your costumes. So I could put the Sailor Out uniform on, or a dozen adventure clothes, and those actually affect cutscenes too, which is pretty nice. You also have attachments, which I have not unlocked any of yet. So that's her base. That's her Attorney Scholar. Now you basically only get one weapon per character that you find near the beginning of the game, but you do get to upgrade those weapons. So, you know, my weapon currently is a long sword, but I upgraded that from a broken sword. There's also breathing, just like in it's like Zelda Wind Waker, if you wanted to be absolutely keyed in. So if you do go in too deep of water, let's see if I can find a really deep spot here. That's out of bounds. Let's go around on this side. I want to show you guys. There you go. You see that meter going down? That is a breath meter. You can also fish in this game. And items that you acquire from enemies are what you use to upgrade your equipment as well as your settlement. Finally, you have journals, which gives you anything, any conversations that went on recently. Your meals, fishing log, monster log. Not as detailed as, say, some monster logs, but still nice to have. Your material list, help, story, quests if you get lost, and list of people. Then you have system, which save, load, delete button configuration, so you can set up your buttons how you want. Title screen and options. You can, I believe, switch difficulty at any time, so yes. So you can switch difficulty at any time, although if you try to go into Nightmare or Infernal, it could make some trophies unattainable. I like how clean the menu system is. It works really well, and it's a 5 out of 5 as well. So overall gameplay gets a 5 out of 5. So let's discuss graphics. As you can see, these are not, you know, amazing looking by any standard. They're not Witcher 3 graphics, but they're not meant to be. This is an anime-based game. It always has been for the most part. This is basically was Falcom's answer to like the Tales series. And for what it does there, it is very good looking. You can see characters' facial features. The armor, if you look at that, that's impressive. His sword sheath and hilt. So for overall, for the graphical standpoint, it's a 5 out of 5. The environments are lush. There's enemies everywhere. Yeah, they're not the most creative enemies ever, but they are enemies that you would expect to find on Yao. Bosses, however, are a different story. In fact, let me see if I got one of the bosses in my journal, and I'll show you it here in a second. Journal. Monsters. So this is one of the earlier fights you have. It's a giant winged chameleon that changes its color to become invisible. That is pretty dope. So bosses are really good. So yeah, 5 out of 5 in the graphics department. Okay, so audio. I'm just gonna let you listen for a minute. Let me get into the system. So as you can tell, the audio is insane. There's full voice acting for attacks. Most cutscenes are voice acted by the entire cast, including lower level characters, although there are a few that are present that are not voice acted. I don't know why that happened. Maybe Falcom added more to the story and ran out of time is what I could guess. Because it seems like they really went for voice acting, but something happened that just put a stop to the whole thing being voice acted. So overall, audio is amazing. Swords sounds like they're slashing. Guns sound like they're firing. You know, that's what you would expect a thrust sound to be like. So overall, this audio is amazing and gets a 5 out of 5. So there are a lot of RPGs I do recommend, and I do recommend most of them at near full price. I generally tell you not to pay full price for an RPG. Tales of Berseria and Final Fantasy 15 being the two obvious ones. Even with when I reviewed Kingdom Hearts 2.8, I said wait for a price drop because Dream Drop Distance itself is not worth the full price. This game is worth $60. The gameplay is insane. The graphics look good. The story is nice. The audio is just perfect. This game really focused all of its keys on the right points. And Falcom, I am impressed with you. And Ys, I am impressed with you. You both teamed up and made this game a great, fantastic RPG experience. I'm so turned on to this franchise now. Ys Origins was the first real one I played. I dabbled in 7 because, you know, I used to work at a GameStop at one point, and I got a chance to play 7. I never got to beat it, though, but now I want to go back and beat it. Now I want to play them all. And I have no problem tracking them down and paying for them. You know, this RPG franchise deserves more recognition than what it gets. Okay, so it gets so we gave everything a 5 out of 5, a perfect score of a 5 out of 5. My seal of approval for buying this game. And that is the review, guys. I'll be back later. I have the Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen review coming. And I will very soon be doing, I haven't decided which one I'm picking up first, But I'm either going to be doing Shadow War or South Park: The Fractured But Whole. In fact, if you guys comment down in the comments or on my Twitter or even my Facebook page, which I always, post my videos to, if you guys comment what you want to see, I'll listen to that, and that one will go first. I can wait on either one, for my own preferences. So, until next time, I had so much fun with this game. I hope you guys like this review. Like if you like, subscribe if you want, turn on that notification bell. I will be finishing my Patreon setup with the options here soon, and please, if you can, donate to that. That's going to help keep this channel going and adding to it. I want to get a really good camera. I want to get a green screen so I can do more live skit reviews too. Because I do love drama, I do love comedy, so I would love to bring some of that aspect into my reviews, which is kind of hard to do with me just sitting here and talking. Even though I like doing this because it feels personable, I want to do more reviews where I add a little bit more to it. So, once I have that Patreon going, I will let you guys know what it is, and I will let you know what some of the rewards will be. Until then, this is Omega Zone Gaming, and as always, I am out.